and welcome to Outdoor. Yeah, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good. Here to get a license?
Yes, I am.
Okay, they can help you right here.
Okay, thank you.
You bet you. Well, hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. I'm Todd Craighead. For the Wildlife Department to be able to do all that it does, I think it's a no-brainer that license sales are pretty important. And the licensing section here at our headquarters in Oklahoma City stays busy helping sportsmen and women year-round. But did you know that even though we're a state agency, we receive no general state tax appropriations like all the other state agencies do? We're very proud to say that we're literally funded exclusively by Oklahoma sportsmen and women like you. A wildlife department funded by wildlife enthusiasts. Just another reason to love Oklahoma and the adventures that await you.
We're out here at a small impoundment in LaFleur County. This impoundment has been recently drained, giving us the unique opportunity to come out here and evaluate the existing fish habitat. This lake was impounded in 1937, and over that time there's been a lot of habitat put into this lake, and with it being drawn down, we're able to kind of evaluate the existing habitat that was here when the lake was impounded, habitat we've added since then. Right now in about 4 foot of water if the lake was up, and we can really see where the stumps are, where the hard rock is, where our drop-offs are, those areas where these fish might really hold really tight to and might be improved if we put a little bit more habitat in here in terms of cedar trees, maybe some spider blocks, something that gives those fish something to suspend over top of or maybe go into and escape from predation. Right here along the stream bank, we've got a stump that's probably been here since the lake was impounded, a little bit before that. Obviously, it used to be a pretty big tree, probably as big as the ones that are there behind me. After a number of years, though, the habitat here is degraded. It's not providing a lot of beneficial uses for fish compared to new habitat that can be added in the form of cedar trees or other habitat structures such as spider blocks. So what we've got here is a brush pile that we just installed using simply 3 or 4 people, a couple pine trees, smaller ones if you have them, or you can just lop the tops off of bigger ones. We made a really nice brush pile for fish to congregate around, kind of keep them in an area that's going to increase the ability of anglers to catch them. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of open space here. Once this lake fills up, these will be in about 3 to 8 feet of water, and that will provide a really great opportunity for both anglers on a boat to come up and fish it, as well as anyone from shore. But with these brush piles here, we selected trees that have some pretty good branching, some bigger branches so that they'll last a little bit longer, but enough that has some spacing in there for the fish to hide. With your brush piles, we set ours on normally a 3 to 5 year rotation. We're doing some bigger lakes, some smaller lakes, a little bit of everything in between. One key metric to look at is how effective you are at catching fish over them. If you notice that you're not catching as many as you used to, but your pond seems fine, you're still seeing a lot of fish, it's probably time to replace your brush piles. A lot of times that 4 to 6 years is kind of that sweet spot. You can't really have too much habitat. So if every time you go out in the winter, cut some cedars, maybe you're expanding some of your pasture, reclaiming some of that land, put some habitat in, just drag them over your pond, throw them in. So as you can see, this lake bed behind me is pretty barren. There's not a lot of habitat, not a lot to hold the fish, which is why we put in those brush piles that you just saw a few minutes ago. It's important to refurbish your brush piles, and this is the reason why. This brush pile here has been over here for a little over 5 years. We've got about 8 cedar trees that are probably approximately 10 feet in length, maybe up to 15. So as you can see, even after 5 years, they still have a decent amount of branching that's going to hold some fish close to them and provide some angling success. Any smaller than this, and those trees will quickly degrade, fall into the lake bottom and your detritus layer, all that muck that builds up, and not provide much quality habitat for the fishes in your pond. Compared to those brush piles we saw just a second ago, you might be able to see in the background there where they're a little bit bigger. This is why we don't want to use small cedar trees or Christmas trees for pond habitat. They're pretty insignificant within about a year. As you can see right here, this tree, it's got really thin branches. There's not a lot of that small spacing that the forage fish need, and there's not too much of those bigger branches that those other larger fish like your crappie, your bass might kind of cruise around and hang tight to. You can see already their cinder blocks have melted into kind of that bottom muck layer, and there's just no habitat value. Same with this pile here where we've got about 3 or 4 smaller cedar trees. There's barely anything here to hold those fish to here. So you might be able to pull a fish off or a fish or two off here for a year, but you're gonna have to replace that brush pile so quickly, it's just gonna be a lot of work. A lot of that time would be better spent cutting a couple bigger trees, getting them sunk out into the lake that you can enjoy for a couple years before having to refurbish them. So behind us, we have some permanent spider blocks. These are some plastic piping. We use Quickcrete to cement them in. We augered a hole about 2 feet down, stuck those pipes in, put that Quickcrete on top of it to fill that hole. They'll draw in moisture as the lake fills and from the sediments and set that concrete. And the really nice thing about this is it acts just the same as a cedar tree. It's got that branching by this orange pipe, provides a place to concentrate those fish where anglers can get to them, but also in an area that's suitable to the fish. As you can see over here, we've got some really dense structures where it's placed closer together, and then some areas over here over my shoulder where they're spread out a little bit more. That provides a variety of habitat for the fish depending what fish you're putting them out there for. And as you can see on this side, we cut down a lot of the cattails. This makes easy access so that if you've got small children that can't cast very far, they can still cast to good habitat that's going to hold fish. It's going to increase their angling success, makes it easier on everyone. And that's something you want to think about when you're putting habitat in your pond. You might want to put it in some deeper water, someplace way out in the pond, but that's going to be harder to get to. So if you want just to go down to your pond real quick, catch a couple fish, have a good time, consider putting some of that habitat in an area that's really close to the shoreline where you have easy access. So whether you're refurbishing the existing pond or putting in a new impoundment, always make sure to put in some new fish habitat in your pond. It'll help hold those fish there, make better fishing for you and any others who may visit. 3 takeaways would be to pile up several pieces of structure in one area, gives it that habitat diversity. Second would be to put your structures in a variety of water depths so that no matter the time of year, the fish always have good habitat and you have good habitat to fish. And the third would be to make sure it's accessible to the angler. You want to make sure that you can get to that to have angling success. And then, of course, always come back every few years to refurbish your woody structures to make sure they haven't degraded and are still holding fish.
Welcome to the ODWC Test Kitchen. My name is Smokey Solis, and today we're going to make Italian elk sandwiches. So for today's recipe, we're gonna use elk roast because that's what was donated to us, but you can actually use venison or beef or whichever kind of meat you'd like to use. So to begin, we're gonna take this roast over to the pan. You're gonna heat your pan up to about medium-high heat, and we're gonna actually sear each side of these roasts just to create a crust and really get some nice flavor into this dish. All right, so we are done putting this crust on the outside of it. So now the next part, I've turned down my stove top to, low medium probably. So when you deglaze, I'm gonna deglaze with some beef broth here. You're just gonna add it to your pan. And this is actually going to be the part where we are making our jus, or like the juice that goes along with the sandwich. And you're gonna get this to a simmer. So a low boil simmer. And you're just gonna kind of scrape along the bottom of the pan to get all those pieces off of the bottom. And you can kind of see here all that floating stuff in the juice. That is all flavor. Right now, I turned down the stove to probably medium level, and we're going to add in our spice mixture. All right, so the next step in this process, now that this has been simmering for a second and we added the spices, so we're gonna put it into the oven. We're gonna put a small piece of parchment paper over the top and then let this go in the oven 250 degrees until the internal temperature of this meat is around 140 degrees. That's about a medium rare, which is exactly what we want. All right, so the next step is we are going to wrap this in plastic wrap. We just took it out of the oven. Once it reached around 140 degrees, that's about medium rare for beef, which is where we want it. And now we're gonna wrap it in plastic wrap and stick it in the fridge so that it stops cooking on the inside and then also firms up so that when we go to slice it thinly, it does that easily. Now we need to get our broth ready, or our jus. So basically you're gonna take all that juice that we cooked the meat in, and we're going to add a few things here. First off, depending on how much juice you end up with, you can add more or less water, but this is going to be salty. You want it to be salty because we're not putting much more on this other than meat, some peppers, and this juice. So you want this to be full of flavor. So now we're gonna add, I'm gonna add probably about 3 cups of water here. And then I'm going to add some beef bouillon paste. So you can use the paste, you can use the powder or the cubes, and we're just gonna add 2 teaspoons here. You can see this is very thick stuff. And now we are just gonna wait for this to come to a boil, and we're gonna stir it around. So we just pulled these out of the fridge, and they're a lot firmer, a lot cooler now. So next step is to just make sure that you want to kind of shave this off here, and you want to get this as thin as possible, which is why we got it cool. So nice pink color in the middle, and you want to do it kind of a sandwich portion at a time, and it's okay if they're not evenly sliced slices. It's kind of like shaving the meat here, and obviously the sharper your knife the better for this process. If you mess it up, that's okay, but yeah, you can see kind of how nice and thin that is. And so basically we're gonna move over to our juice that is on the stove boiling. All right, so we're just gonna put it in this boiling juice here. You wanna kind of separate it so it doesn't stick together in the pot, and we're just gonna let that heat up. And depending on how hot this is, it could take anywhere from 30 seconds to a little more. But you wanna just kind of let that marinate in there, really get the flavor of those juices inside that meat. All right, so next step, once this has been heated up, I grabbed my brioche roll here. It's been toasted with some butter, and we're just gonna fish out these great slices of elk out of this juice. And it is definitely okay if you get that bun soaked, because that's just gonna bring a ton of flavor into this. One more slice here. We have a few things that would typically go on the sandwich here. We have some sweet peppers, and you can get these at the store, or I'm gonna mess up this word here, but we think it's called giardiniera. Hey, we can fix that. But anyways, this you can get this in varying spices, either spicy or mild. Just depends on how you actually like it. But this is a great mix, both great options. I'm going to grab a fork really quick. It's a tough one.
It's like giardiana.
Yeah, giardiniera. Yeah, so we got this mild vegetable crunchy mix here. It's called giardiniera. All right, so I'm just gonna throw some sweet peppers on my sandwich here. It's my topping of choice. Put your top on, should be good to go. And yeah, so that bottom slice just soaked up all that juice, and let's see how this turned out. That's awesome. Definitely recommend give this recipe a try, and use whatever kind of meat you have, because this is an awesome recipe. Thanks for watching.
Hi there, come on in, let me show you around. This is my kitchen here that we've got countertops that look like granite, but they're not really granite. And then of course, stove, a refrigerator. We've got a master bedroom downstairs here. And then my main little thing is my fishing hole over here that I cut a hole in the floor here that's where I can fish in the wintertime, and when it's too hot in the summertime, which is not too often, I fish every day somewhere, but all we have to do is just lift these up and set them off to the side here, and we got a 4x4 fishing hole that I can set right here in my recliner. And I like to use shad for bait. I got me a shad right here. Me and one of my friends was fishing over at Oologah, and we was just tied up to a tree there, and this old man come up there and he said, "You're fishing in my fishing hole." He said, "I want you to move." And I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Well, I didn't know that this was your fishing hole," I said. And he said, "Well, it is." He said, "I put some trees right under where you're at." And he said, "I'm gonna fish here." He said, you need to get off of it." So I thought right then, you know, I'll make me a place one of these times where I can fish every day when I wanna fish and however I wanna fish. And so I thought, I'll just go ahead and build my cabin and put that hole in the floor, and this will be my wintertime hole. Usually I hold it, or I lay it here on my table, you know, and just keep my hand on it like that. Because I almost lost it the other night. There was a big one grabbed it, and he had my pole almost into the water there before, or into the hole before I finally caught it. But usually I just leave my hand lay on it like that because it's resting on the arm of my chair. When I cut this hole in the floor, I wondered how I was going to keep the air out of it and the bugs and the snakes and stuff from coming up in here. So I had a guy down in Tulsa to build me this flume. It's 4 foot wide by 6 foot deep, and I let it down into the water so when you open the hole up, no air can get up in it in the wintertime, and there's no bugs that can get up in it, no snakes or anything can crawl up that tin. And so far I haven't had a lick of problem with it at all. With the bugs, snakes, frogs, nothing can get up in it. Then of course I got my little live well there that when I catch my fish, I can lay them in that plastic container there, take them off the hook and throw them back down in my hole, or whenever I get ready to clean a mess of them. If I'm wanting to eat them, I got a place to hold them there till I get ready to clean them. Yeah, last night I was watching the news and I caught 2 really, really nice catfish. It's just something that I've always wanted to do, you know. I've had people come from all over the United States looking at it. I had some people 3 weeks ago just drove down to Illinois, took probably 100 pictures of it, visited an hour and drove back, you know. They're like everybody else. They'd never heard of anything like it, you know. They don't remember the cabin, but they'd never forget the hole in the living room floor.
You too.
All right, they get you all fixed up?
They sure did.
All right, well, good luck this year.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Well, we hope today's stories remind you that Oklahoma is such a perfect state to explore. So however you choose to enjoy our state's incredible natural world, remember that your adventure starts with Outdoor Oklahoma. Okay. Outdoor Oklahoma is produced by the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation and is proud to serve and be funded entirely by sportsmen and women and outdoor enthusiasts who love and appreciate all things wild in the great state of Oklahoma.